Hi, this is my review of the Asus Zenbook Prime UX31A. I will be going over most of the features, as well as a StarCraft 2 gaming test and solid state test. You can see the unit here is very thin. It does have some taper as you go to the back of the unit. It's 3mm at the front, 9 at the back, and then also has some extra thickness from the rubber stoppers. As you can see here, like that. Now, compared to most laptops that say that they're this thickness, in other words, there's a lot of other laptops out there, including the MacBook Air, which say they're 0.72 inches thick. After seeing this product in person, seeing the rubber stoppers, figured out that this is actually a little bit thinner. These rubber stoppers really help give an angle and allow a lot of airflow for the fans, but make it seem thicker than it really is. So alright, and there are a couple other features with the laptop. First off, we have a envelope-like case. Has a decent amount of padding, and it has a neodymium magnet, which is nice. I'm a little nervous about the magnet, up against the laptop, but I know it's not really a big deal if it's just a little magnet. Only powerful magnets, but it is nice. Gets the job done. It's not the safest case in the world, but I'm definitely not going to go out and buy one now that I have this. Pretty good looking too. Best part about this laptop would have to be the 1080p screen, high color contrast, high brightness, IPS display. And right now I'm shifting through the 4 modes. There is high performance, battery saving, entertainment, and quiet office. And I'm showing what the turbo boost is at right now. Right now it's running at about 1 gigahertz. 1.7 is the normal for this i5 processor. It can go up to 2.6. And I've seen it in battery saving mode go down to almost nothing. So, like 0.2 gigahertz. It's crazy. Alright, so here it is from the side. Here you can get a really good idea about why this laptop, I think, is thinner than the specs show it. You can see that the left-hand side there is very well off the ground. The rubber stoppers add a lot of height, so there's more ventilation and also an angle, so it's better for typing. But what it does is it makes it seem like it's actually thicker than it really is, in my opinion, than compared to other laptops. Alright, so here's a laptop in StarCraft 2. And I'll show you a perspective for the thinness. It does get thicker, obviously, as you go back. Just hard to see, but pretty much after those rubber stoppers at the front there, it starts to get thicker. Then here's the charger. Actually really, really nice. It has an LED on both sides, orange for charging, green for done. And the nice part is when you plug it in and you move it around, it will rotate. And it's really nice. You pick it up and you don't have to worry, it just kind of readjusts. Put it back down, it'll just readjust and go back to flat, which is really going to be nice for longevity. Okay, I'm testing StarCraft 2 at 720p with extreme graphics settings, and I'm getting about 15 frames in this fight. I was getting 23 before I was doing anything, and right now I'm getting 18, 20-ish. we'll see what happens at the end here. See if I go back to 23. Yeah, 23. Alright, this is 1080p with medium settings, and I had 31 frames before the fight, and right now during it I am getting about 25 frames. We're going to just let this go through here. Alright, so starting to go up from 25. And now we're getting about 31 frames again. At 30 frames a second in most spots, this is definitely my recommended choice. Alright, so this is the solid state benchmark, and I use Crystal Disk Mark for my benchmark. And I was very happy with the results. Comparable desktop SSDs, at least the one I have, which is a Crucial M4, got about 440 read, and then a little bit higher write, but that's just, this one just isn't as good as write, I guess, but I'm happy with the read speed for sure. Alright, so once the downside is that there is backlight bleed, you can see there. It hasn't really been an issue for me, you can see a little bit more there. Only in Netflix, when I was switching movies and it went to a black screen for a little bit, I was like, if you have it on max brightness and you can see this backlight bleed, otherwise you're not going to see it. Yeah. So the trackpad is probably the biggest issue with this laptop. It is improved from the original Zenbook, but still has some issues. Palm detection while you're typing is probably the biggest one. Other people have talked about it, and I definitely have experienced it as well. So that's kind of the issue. I'm going to type. And you can see as I'm typing, I'm like, you know, your thumbs hit it, and it'll cause issues. If I was in a Word document and this happened, you would move the mouse, and I'd start typing in the middle of a paragraph that I'd already typed or something, and it's kind of irritating. So I'm going to show you the clip for the sound, and I did voiceover on everything else, but this I obviously have to do the original clip, and there was an issue with my mic. There's a high-pitched noise you can hear in the background. Just going to clarify that you can't actually hear that with your normal ears. This darn mic. Alright, here it is. This is at max volume. It's really not that loud from my standpoint. Now, one last thing is that I did get about 6 hours of battery life when I was doing light things in battery saving mode, and then I got about 3.5 hours while I was gaming in high performance mode, which is very good, especially for the thinness of the laptop. And to wrap it up, it has a not so good trackpad, and the audio could be a little louder, but overall, great product, best display in a very thin package, great for on the go.